What to do, YouTube? It's your boy Bright, and today we got a little drama. Nothing crazy drama. We got a little drama. We got the Streamer Awards drama. People complaining about some people not picking up there. Some people getting put up there too many times. At the end of the day, it's kind of just bias, but it's not bias. Like seeing Speed get caught up there for Streamer of the Year is not surprising. I don't think it's bias. I think it's kind of common sense. Like, let's be realistic. Like that's just if you don't think Speed and Cosby be up there, then you just don't watch streaming.
Problematic people blackball from getting nominated. No, turns out their audience doesn't show up. So tired. I just want to play Dispatch so bad, and I haven't had any time because I'm working on this award show. I'm just so tired.
You crying?
It is that time of the year, the Streamer Awards. Do you want awards?
A shout out, dude, right here. I'm not acting like I know how to pronounce his name because I don't.
Show where being chronically online actually allows you to be good at something and claim an award for yourself. But obviously this is a drama video, so not everything is going as well as it seems. With the Streamer Awards, it seems like it's the same complaints every single year. qtCinderella, the one that's hosting it, is getting a lot of backlash for apparently hosting a Friends Award, not showing love to audiences that should have been shown to, and just a lot of overall mismanagement with her award show that a lot of people are upset with, to the point where we earlier this year had people claim that they were going to put on their own award show. I want to dive into everything that's going on and all the dumb complaints I've been seeing recently. But in order to do that, we have to start from the very beginning with what even is this award show and why are people so upset about it?
My goal at the end of the day is to highlight as many people that deserve to be highlighted as possible. I mean, we're going to keep fan voted nominations because I think it's very important to have fans involved.
Yeah,
I want fans a part of it.
People would accuse you of favoritism.
Yeah,
there's no winning.
There's no winning.
So if you're unaware of what the Streamer Awards is, it might be pretty obvious, but it's an award show to highlight specific streamers with multiple different categories, from the Sapphire Award to the Hidden Gem Award to the Streamer of the Year. And this award show is hosted by qtCinderella, a pretty popular streamer who puts this award show on basically every year and has been doing it for a while now. And the biggest problem, or at least the first problem that we're going to talk about, is the actual nominees, which with every award show is something that people are going to complain about. But because this is a streamer award show, a lot of people are claiming that qtCinderella is actually going out of her way to snub certain people and to prop her friends up more and actually show them over streamers who apparently deserve it.
Complaints are focused to you because you were the organizer, but a lot of it's like misinformation.
Oh my god, it's just blatant lies 90% of the time.
Lies,
and I'm sitting there like, I feel like the salad cat half the time. I'm just sitting there just so...
Yeah, but then like the more you try to explain yourself, blah blah blah, it's like never ending. It's like fighting like a of stuff that's just constantly.
The more you try to justify, the more people are like, "Oh, this is how you get a read."
This is a podcast. Like, where are they talking at? Like, that's how you know I don't watch this demographic of people because that's it. All right. Let me continue on.
You guys,
and we do have a panel, and I'm very vocal about that too. We have a panel that is 30% of the weighted final vote to help with any popularity.
I think that's fine.
And it's almost never changed the outcome, but they're there. And they're also who I run runoff questions with. It's 100 industry experts. It's like pretty much someone from every corner of the internet I have represented. There's no streamers in the panel.
They think it's like
I don't even have a vote on the panel. I want to keep myself as non-biased as possible.
That's this ain't a fan-based event anymore. It's more of a friends thing. Just look at the international nomination. I guarantee you Speed was #1 most voted for that, but where is he? Instead they put Tota, someone who hasn't even been streaming for a full year. So
He is right about that. They should have Speed up there for that. Speed and Kai should be nominated for a lot of things, but just because, let's be realistic, you know what I'm saying? Come on.
You're telling me random streamer that averaged 300 viewers are getting nominated and we're just supposed to believe it's not rigged? Just cancel the award show at this point. The moment you start excluding people is the moment the show starts to lose audience due to unfair bias. Oscars and others are great examples. Their future reward show. This is exactly why Aiden's award show will be more successful. You can't be picking and choosing who gets an award. You can probably tell from those short tweets, but the award nominees came out yesterday for the Streamer Awards and people were genuinely upset. Obviously this happens every single year, but more and more I feel like a bunch of people were saying it's rigged. A bunch of people were calling out people that should have been nominated, and normally while it could have just been random people on Twitter saying this and that anonymously to QT, it seems like more and more these days streamers are actually coming out and talking about the situation on their stream, saying that certain things are rigged, certain people should have been voted for, and it's causing a lot more hate.
Do y'all really think it's rigged though? I don't know. It would be a good way to keep other people that's relevant more relevant, you know what I'm saying? It's actually a great tactic is to keep people who already are relevant more relevant. But sometimes like you can't deny it. It might be a little biased, but some things you just can't deny. Like seeing it's like streamer of the not streamer of the year, but the breakout streamer of the year. Like seeing Kai up there in DG. Is that biased or that's realistic? Some things like it's common sense. Some things might be a little biased because like the international thing, having Totes up there and not Speed, like when that's all Speed pretty much did this year.
Because once you start hating on this certain event or saying certain things, I feel like it encourages your audience to accept that they can do the same thing as well.
Specifically catering to an international or non-American English. Why is eBay not on this list? eBay's not on this list? What about Speed? English speaking? Well, I mean, okay, well, what about eBay, right? And I think also, like, the reason why Speed had 1 million viewers, 1 million live viewers in Indonesia isn't because of the English speakers in that audience, okay?
Neon should get a nomination for this. I'm not gonna lie. I don't hate that, but he should. He should. He should.
IRL streamer.
He should.
I know y'all are saying fan voting. You cannot convince me.
But who's up there? I don't even know. Neon get more views than Emily, does he not?
He should.
Or these two?
I know y'all are saying fan voting. You cannot convince me. I did not get more votes than some of the people on that panel, bro. You cannot convince me.
Now, when I say streamers talking bad about the event or being upset that they didn't get nominated is encouraging their fans to also talk about it too, I'm not saying they're intentionally trying to inspire hate. At least most of them. But when I see it's just outright complaining here and there, people making jokes about not being picked for certain categories, and certain people just going off asking why their friends or people they felt like were more popular than these certain panelists weren't picked. And generally, for certain categories, I feel the same way. As someone who watches Marvel Rivals, there's a Marvel Rivals category, and some of the streamers I see up there, I feel like don't need to be there. So obviously I understand where most of these streamers or people like are coming from, but obviously with all the hate, all the discourse, qtCinderella was going to get on her stream and talk about the situation and point out why there might be certain people that people feel like are very popular or should have been picked for categories, but for some reason are not there.
Somebody said, are problematic people blackballed from getting nominated? No, they've just never nominated. Turns out their audience doesn't show up. I think when people have like a crazy audience or whatever, you know, I don't see Jack Doherty's audience voting for him. I just don't. They just don't show up.
Why don't you throw him under the bus?
Audiences will complain every year that they weren't nominated and then like not do nominations
Why did he
on
have to catch
stream
a
or not
stray?
tweet about it or not like ask their audience to vote for them or nothing. They'll give nothing. They give nothing, you know? It's like you
never heard no one say they're a Jack Doherty fan though. Let's be real. I've never heard no one say that.
You do have to log in with a Twitch account and you have to fill it out, which I know some people's viewers don't have.
I want y'all to be aware before I say what I say. I am not a qtCinderella fanboy. I don't watch QT. The last
never watched her stream either.
qtCinderella was literally me disagreeing with her and basically calling her opinion dumb. But in this situation, I feel like a lot of people are putting hate on her for no real reason. We know that the streamer awards or award shows in general don't really mean much, but are a nice way to highlight certain people who have worked hard in that industry. And when it comes to streaming as a whole, obviously you're gonna probably see the same duplicate amount of people when it's fan voted, because the biggest streamers in the world are going to have the biggest fan bases who are constantly and consistently voting for them. Regardless of what you may feel, how you may feel about a certain person, if you're not out here promoting your streams as much as possible, like some people might be posting on their Instagram story every day, posting on their Twitter every day, going through the literal nominations, telling people to pick them, then I'm not surprised that you're not going to show up there. A lot of people are talking about the situation, saying that problematic streamers can't get voted, problematic streamers can't be here, can't be there, because it's going to mess up sponsorships, because it's going to mess up this and that. Last year's Streamer Awards, we didn't have one of the nominees literally being Aiden Ross with Donald Trump. And even then, people were calling that rigged, even though most streamers and people are like, we're reacting to that stream like this.
And then finally, our last nominee, Aiden Ross and Donald Trump.
Best streamed collab. It's got to be Kai, Kevin, Trusky.
I'm gonna have to go with Kai here, bro. Kai. I watch Kai.
Aiden, Donald Trump, I don't care about Trump.
This didn't touch the Kevin Hart, Kai Cenat stream.
So I don't know why we're acting like people having a problematic past or a problematic current way of streaming is really stopping them from being nominated. As if Aiden Ross wasn't being one of the most problematic streamers last year, but the amount of collabs he was doing, the people he was talking to, and who he was platforming overall, he was still able to get a nomination with Donald Trump. If you don't see how that's problematic, then I honestly don't know what to tell you. And it's not like it's just stopping here with people that are apparently problematic and wouldn't get voted for or wouldn't get platformed because of how QT feels, which again, they are mainly pointing the finger at her. It's people that QT's actually close with, people in FaZe Clan like Lacey, who didn't get voted for certain categories, who are obviously making jokes. We're talking about being blackballed because they are not one of the nominees.
I traveled around the country. I IRL stream around 150 hours a month.
I never heard no one say they're a Lacey
fan
fan
nominated
either.
for IRL stream or reality streamer. I'm blackballed. I'm blackballed.
He
I'm
gotta be
blackballed.
clickbaiting though.
I know y'all are saying fan voted. You cannot convince me. I did not get more votes than some of the people on that panel, bro. You cannot convince me.
So it's not like being a problematic streamer is gonna keep you away from being nominated or keep you away from the Streamer Awards when the QT's own friends, in her own words and in people's own perspectives, aren't being nominated for categories they feel like they should win. And they have pretty big audiences like Lacey, maybe some other people like Jason the Ween, who didn't get voted for certain categories but are closely tied to QT, have done streams with her, have been.
It's kind of crazy though, because if Lacey is bigger than the people that's on that list, how does he not get more views than them? Like, what? You know what I'm saying? Not views. How does he not get more votes than them if he has a bigger fan base than some of the people in the categories that he's voted in? Isn't that kind of crazy?
Invited to parties with her and yet are still not in these nominations. So it's not like it's a thing of, man, these people just are being excluded and it's a qtCinderella friendship award when even her own friends are being nominated for certain categories. One thing I have been seeing from people that actually does have a hint of truth in it being sponsors are not okay with certain streamers. You can again look no further than the past streamer awards when they had sponsors from Xbox, AT&T, and people of that manner, and it would not allow Hassan to be near any of the sponsor boards and actually moved him away from an interview when Ron was talking to him.
We got Will Neff coming in and Hassan. I don't care if you piss your pants. What are you dropping?
I'm just dropping my bag. Oh, let's go over in the backdrop. Wait, are we moving?
We got to move for Hassan actually. Hassan's too big apparently.
Go over there. Go back there.
I know. I've seen this. I heard about this.
She said trust her.
The problematic streamers weren't nominated because it would put sponsor opportunities at risk. This is obvious. I don't know why we're pretending.
You can't mess with the bag, then that's the bag. You know what I'm saying? The bag always come first. The bag always come first. Let's be real. That's their hustle.
That it's not. Why I said this has a hint of truth to it and is not fully true is because, again, you can look at past streamer awards and see how sponsors interact with certain streamers and how they actually inch them away from being near brands or certain people that might represent them. It makes sense if a sponsor does not like a person who does not want their brand to be represented by them. They don't want their logo, name, or anything anywhere near them. As you saw when Ron was interviewing people, he moved away from the backdrop with all the sponsors to go and talk to Hassan where there was nothing there. While that might be the case, the perceptive of you might realize it's not like Hassan wasn't at the Streamer Awards. It's not like Hassan wasn't able to be nominated for the Streamer Awards. He just wasn't able to take pictures next to sponsors. And that's
Which
really
isn't that
the
big a deal.
extent
Not
that
that
all
big
of
a
this
deal.
goes, at least from what I researched. I truly can't see an instance where somebody being problematic in a certain way is stopping them from getting a nomination or even stopping them from appearing at the Streamer Awards. And it's not like these streamers are unaware of their own PR or how they present to people like sponsorships. Again, sticking to Hassan, he talked about not being nominated for the Streamer Awards and understanding that someone that might sponsor Streamer Awards like AT&T does not like him.
No Streamer Awards noms, Sag. Yeah, we weren't going to win anything, let's be real. I have found myself growing further and further away from the Twitch audience, or not Twitch audience necessarily, but just like Twitch streaming
what is he
and the
streaming?
audiences that exist on Twitch. No one got nominated who does political content, so it is what it is. Yeah, except XQC, who literally live streamed with the president. With the current president. I don't think AT&T has an issue with XQC in the same way that they have an issue with me. You didn't have a
What
whole
did he
live stream with
do?
Trump
I
like
don't
Nathan Ross
watch
did.
him.
Maybe
What
top
he do?
influencers in the
Comment
rap
down
beyond
below what
vote.
he
Nathan
do.
Ross has so many streams with Nick Fuentes, who's an actual anti-America. Yeah, I mean XQC. XQC literally streamed with Donald Trump, and I don't think AT&T has any problems with XQC. AT&T literally blacklisted me. AT&T likes XQC.
These streamers or anybody that's going to be a part of the Streamer Awards are very aware of their standpoint when it comes to sponsorships, when it comes to how problematic they can be. But again, from what I have seen, I don't see that actually affecting anything when it comes to the Streamer Awards. A lot of things that I've seen from past Streamer Awards just shows that they are going out of their way to try and be inclusive to a lot of people. And unfortunately, sometimes that just doesn't work out with the amount of nominees, the amount of people that are actually streamers, and the amount of categories there are, and the people that could be voted for in those categories. And while QT again is the face of all this, so she's gonna get all the hate, she actually doesn't have any real weight in her heart when it comes to hosting this event. And truly, from what again I have seen, is trying her hardest to make this as inclusive as possible, to the point where
What she says, we don't know how true that is. That's from what she says. We don't know how true, you know what I'm saying? For all we know, she could be the brains and bronze behind this shit, but from what she says.
she is even happy with competition, because earlier this year, Aiden Ross and Asmongold announced that they were going to be hosting their own streamer awards.
I want to let everyone know right now, I am going to be doing a 2025 streamer awards. I'm going to host my own awards. I don't know why nobody's ever competed it and done it, because I'm going to do it the right way. And I'm gonna host my own awards.
I know Aiden wanted to do a new streamer awards too. If Aiden wants to do a streamer awards,
shit would get views,
I could at
too.
least help him put it together and like field contestants and shit like that, like organize stuff, like and help support it.
But I would need Asmongold to co-host this whole thing with me. Hey, do you guys trust Asmongold? Like, you actually think like if I put him in charge, he can help run everything? Like, he actually could do it? I feel like I could, bro. I feel like he's responsible and shit.
Now, to a normal person who's hosting an award show,
Who would
an
like
event,
that?
or
Let's be real. Who would like that? I feel like that'd be entertaining. I'd like to watch that. See that, you know what I'm saying?
like that, seeing competition like this might make you a little bit upset, because they are taking your entire idea and making it their own. But in all reality, this just adds more inclusivity, allowing for more categories, more people to be seen, and maybe some streamers that QT and her streamer awards
the little people, you know what I'm
actually
saying?
having a spotlight
But I
on
don't
Aiden's
get
streamer
noticed.
awards. And that's also how qtCinderella saw it, because he eventually put out a tweet talking about this whole situation, encouraging it, being happy about it, even saying that they are going to put on an event that's going to be unique and very entertaining. So why would she be upset about it?
So if you haven't been paying attention, qtCinderella went ahead and reacted to Asmongold and Aiden Ross's Streamer Award show. She gave them some pretty good input, recommending them some unique categories like best breakup, best cancellation, best drama. We already know a certain streamer that's gonna win best cancellation.
She might be trolling that.
She went on to say, I actually think they could lean into that and make something incredibly entertaining that neither of them are afraid of doing. In other words, I don't see it as competition because I know they would make a unique product. Asmongold went on to respond saying the most racist stream, that's definitely Gypsy Crusader and freaking Cuff 'em. Biggest fall off, give it to Ninja. Biggest view outer, give it to Neon. Worst sponsor, best on-stream fight. The possibilities are endless. Thank you for the support. That's the lane that I see them leaning into, talking about the subjects that people are not willing to discuss.
But I also feel like they're not taking it as serious if they do that, like all shit like that. They gotta still make it something like marketable wise now, you know what I'm saying? Not just all, you know what I'm saying? Not all just brand rich shit. It gotta be some regular shit too, because I feel like people not gonna take it as serious, man.
Putting people on the spot, calling people out. The thing about Aiden and Asmon is that they're willing to shake up the room. They're not afraid to lose out on connections because they understand that a lot of these streamers aren't even friends anyways. Their lane is gonna be about keeping it real. So we got Aiden and Asmon. We got qtCinderella with her streamer awards, and then we got the esports awards.
QT's response, along with Asmongold's response to her, just shows that she sees it as another nice event that's going to only help the streamer community. The way that people try to ban QT in all of these scenarios just doesn't make any real sense to me. Again, I mentioned this already. I understand she is the face of the streamer awards, so any hate that's directed at it being like the friendship awards.
It's like people being mad at Ronnie 2K on 2K, you know what I'm saying? Ronnie don't control the game. He's not a dev, but we all gonna blame him, so... Is this something that comes with being the face of it? That's just how it is.
She is not platforming certain people. It's all going to be directed towards her at the end of the day. But in all reality, QT just seems like someone who's trying her best to put on a nice event, and even encouraging more people to put on events just like her so that they can highlight more people in the streaming space. And most people feel that way when they talk about her. Someone like Aiden Ross, who even mentioned her again when talking about the Streamer Awards, said that she's very nice and very helpful, and even DM'd her to talk about how to set certain things up.
Shout out to qtCinderella, by the way, guys. She stood up for me and Asmongold, saying that if we do the awards thing, it was awesome. She's also very nice. I've talked to qtCinderella before in the DMs. She's awesome, bro. I like qtCinderella a lot. WQD my jack, bro. I see what you said.
That a dinosaur,
I saw people attack her for
you get money and start doing anything. Is that a dinosaur? Or it might be Halloween themed.
what she said about me, but like, bro, she said some nice words about me and Asmongold, and I respect her for that, bro. She did not have to do that. She didn't even have to talk about me or Asmon, but she did, and I was like, damn, qtCinderella, thank you. That meant a lot to me.
Even with the mass amounts of hate and the competition that's coming about because of how people feel about her streamer awards, at the end of the day, I still see QT trying to be as fair and as nice to people as possible, but I think it's a genuinely nice thing to do because, again, while I'm really downplaying this hate by just showing like random Twitter threads or random clips, it is genuinely a lot. And most of this is coming with no real evidence because I don't know how you would get evidence of how people are voting hosting in the streamer wars without the back end. So a bunch of people are just
You have
calling
to
out
be
her
like
for
a
hosting a Friends
hacker or
Awards,
some
or
shit to
honestly
figure that out.
deplatforming people just because she doesn't like them and to appease sponsorships, with no real way of proving it in any way, shape, or form. Still basically hate farming her at the end of the day, while certain people are trying to do their best to show her they do appreciate the streamer awards she's putting on and are genuinely happy with everything that's going on. It does suck that either way, no matter what she does or how she promotes the streamer awards, how she has people winning, how she has people vote, people are going to be upset regardless because they don't have all.
You can't make everybody happy. In life, you realize that as you become an adult, you can't make everybody happy. Family, mom, dad, friends, girlfriend, children. You can't make everybody happy. That's just reality. You know what I'm saying? So do I think this is gonna be the end of it? No. Am I gonna title that? Yes. But from what I see, they're gonna continue on this every year. And I would love to see Aiden's, you know what I'm saying? Because Aiden's would seem like it's gonna be more funny-ish than compared to hers.
All the ins and outs of everything, and she's not showing everything that's going on. We can see that with somebody again like Asmongold talked about the streamer awards and apparently even offered up over 100K so we could see the back end because he doesn't believe that he's actually going based off of fan voting.
So here's the thing, you're lying. You know you're lying. Everybody knows you're lying. If you are not lying, I think this is what my assertion is. I think that you have exercised.
Assertion? You just learn a new word and get spam in there. Like, I know I can guess in the context clues what it means, but like just why? Like, why be so extra? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, why?
Editorial control, and you
Editorial
have picked the
control, yeah,
nominees
that's all quick.
not completely from fan voting, but
I
from
need to start
your
reacting
own
like him,
opinions,
somewhere
and to
educated.
keep the show brand friendly. I think that the priority for the show is to make sure that the show gets as many viewers as possible and maintains as many sponsors as possible. I think that's what happened, and I am willing to bet $100,000 on it. Invite me next year to watch the voting, and if the people that get voted on actually are the ones that get nominated, I will donate $100,000 to the charity of your choice. That is how certain I am that you're lying. Go ahead.
Y'all gotta listen. If y'all listening right now, drop a like and a comment, bro. I gotta get money so I can just throw 100K like it's nothing. I'll throw 100K to a donation too if I had millions.
Right. And it's like, and there's a lot of these, like, for example, like, and here's some of the reasons why I think it's not true. It's that you have somebody like Hassan. Hassan has been nominated every single year for multiple awards,
right?
multiple times. And this time he wasn't even nominated for League of Their Own, which really Hassan is one of the only people on the platform that does political content. And he was one of the first people besides Destiny that really made it his primary content. And you're telling me that he didn't even get nominated for that? He didn't get nominated for that, the League of Their Own.
Yeah, he stuttered. I saw he flabbergasted. That's some shit he would say. He flabbergasted.
Too. This is your friend. So very clearly you're not going to do that. So explain the dissonance there. Explain why that didn't happen.
Dissonance? Now again, Asmongold is just making these claims with no real proof, and that's why he's asking for proof, at least in this clip I'll give him credit for. You see the back end voting because he doesn't believe everything that's going on. The one person he pointed out was Hassan, which I'm assuming you didn't see the clip earlier where Hassan himself even pointed out that he is getting farther and farther away from the Twitch community as a whole, which will cause him to not get voted for because your own community cannot be the only one that's solely pushing you. Other people, connections you may have on Twitch also might want to push their communities as well to vote for you because that's what's happening with other streamers and other categories. It only makes sense. And for the other point being the friendship awards, Hassan is literally her friend. They do a podcast together. When Hassan was in controversies recently, she actually defended him. How all of a sudden does her friendship with Hassan not matter because of his controversies? As if people weren't pointing out that she is only platforming her friends, but all of a sudden when she doesn't platform
he didn't know about some good facts right here. He won't go bad for bed with Asmongold.
Friends. Now it's because of sponsorships, even though I just showed y'all a clip last year where Hassan pulled up to the Streamer Awards, also being a nominee for multiple categories, and just wasn't allowed near the sponsorship board. That's all that would happen, and I feel like a lot of people have access to this information and are purposely going out of their way to not find it, which is just stirring more and more hate, and obviously it's going to get back to the person that is hosting this entire event, that being qt. Now again, I'm not a huge fan of qtCinderella, so I only seen clips and pure segments of her from other people, but from what I've seen, she seems like a pretty sensitive person, and I can tell this event is purely getting to her because she began to break down on stream because of everything that was going on.
That clip.
Oh God, you picked one of my favorite pics of me with my eyes closed leaning against the wall. I believe that you were all trying to portray us at our best. Thank you. I just love puzzles. God, I'm doing my fucking best over here. And the store didn't even have Cheerios. I'm just so tired.
She's losing it.
Now we're gonna do our real job, which is play fucking video games for a living.
Face is pink. She
Because
looks like
what I'm getting off
Kirby.
the ship for isn't even my fucking job.
God.
Well, like
I'm so
Kirby, I don't
tired.
know about
I
Kirby.
just want to play Dispatch so bad, and I haven't had any time because I'm working on this stupid fucking award show. I'm so tired of crying. I'm 30, by the way. Oh my God.
30?
Thanks for the raid. I'm sorry. It's so embarrassing. It's been a long day.
Now, I've said this in several of my videos now. I love hating. Again, I built this channel off hating. And I
Hey,
was recently
same
hating on
shit. That's what my
qtCinderella
channel's for.
earlier this year.
My
But in
channel's
this
for the
entire
same
situation, I
shit.
don't think that is what's necessary. She just seems like somebody that's trying her best to put on an event that helps and brings the streaming community together. And
If ain't
because
about
her
drama,
name
I'm
and
not
face is
uploading
attached
it.
to it, she's the big person that's putting everything together. She's going to get all the hate when a certain person wins, when nominees aren't there, or when things just aren't going her way. And I feel like it's very unnecessary and unjust because this is a side thing at the end of the day. Her main job is streaming, and she is just going out of her way to host this event to help and promote other streamers. And all the criticism that I've been seeing from people just doesn't add up when you look back past streamer awards and you look at what certain people have been saying and what's just been happening throughout all of the past events that have already been hosted. At the end of the day, though, that is just my opinion.
What y'all think, man? Comment down below on what y'all think. Y'all think it's biased? You think it's more majority of her friends? You think the right people be getting picked, or some people blackballed? I think everything what I just said. I think everything is true. I feel like it's a little bit of everything. A lot of things can be true at once. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things can be true at once. You know it's your boy Bright. You know what I'm saying? Like, comment, subscribe, and we out.